OCO Cherokee Nation Principal Chief Chuck Hoskin Jr. here with the Deputy Chief of the Cherokee Nation, Bryan Warner, our Secretary of Natural Resources, Christina, Justice, and the Deputy Secretary of State of the Cherokee Nation, Canaan, Duncan. We are here on a historic site in Tahlequah. This is the site of the last detachment on the Trail of Tears to end here as we began to rebuild our nation. But it's even more significant than that. That was March of 1839. Fast forward to July the 19th of 1839, this is a really sacred site. This is where the Cherokee people put aside differences that were splitting us apart politically, giving rise to acts of political violence, all stemming from our disagreement internally over our forced removal. The old settlers, of course, had come to what is now the Cherokee Nation to form a new government prior to the forced removal, the Trail of Tears. After the Trail of Tears, we remained split, so split again that there was a great deal of violence and a great deal of uncertainty as to whether there would be a future for the Cherokee Nation. But there was a future. Our ancestors came to this site to resolve their differences, and they resolved them in an instrument called the Act of Union. The Act of Union is one of the most incredible documents, not in Cherokee history, but in world history, because the divisions were that stark. And yet our ancestors understood that they had a common past, that they had a great deal at stake in the future, in the new Cherokee Nation. And if they would secure it, if they would come together, they would have a great future for the Cherokee Nation. Signing that document ended forever the great divisions among the Cherokee people. From this point forward, the Constitution of 1839 would be signed. That's the reason we celebrate Cherokee National Holiday. And of course, there would be other acts, other events that would further solidify the unity of the Cherokee Nation. But it all started here. Without the Act of Union, we would not be here today as leaders of the great Cherokee Nation, is my sense of the thing. Deputy Chief, you and I have been celebrating this along with our colleagues and the Cherokee people every year, but it's really special to be on the actual site.
Well, it's a really special spot, Chief, and I say thanks be to God for the mindset that those individuals had to set differences aside, to come together, because what would we be doing today if they had not done this? And like you said, this is hallowed ground, and very happy that we have our Secretary of Natural Resources here to kind of start to solidify. This place is in the National Registered Historical Sites, and happy to be moving forward with that.
Absolutely. And so under a law that you and I put before the Council in 2019, the Cherokee National Historic Registry Act, we're going to ask the Secretary of Natural Resources to place this land on the Cherokee Nation Historic Registry. Secretary, this will trigger a process. We put all of these sites under your care, and we're very glad you're here with us today. Anything you would share?
Thank you so much. It is really hallowed ground, and to be here and to just, you can almost hear the sights and sounds that our ancestors heard and saw, and that's what setting these sites aside does, is it preserves the natural state of these places. So I'm honored to have the opportunity to participate in the process of getting this added to the Historic Registry for Cherokee Nation, because it is a site that we need our children and our children's children to be able to come out and see and to understand the history and how we got here. So I'm honored to be part of that process and excited to move forward with it.
Well, thank you, Secretary. And this will begin a process of review and comment by the Council, an opportunity for the public to review, and then ultimately this site will be placed on the Registry of Historic Places of the Cherokee Nation. And we'll do more in the future to celebrate what this site means. Deputy Secretary of State, this is an important site and an important event that we're talking about for every Cherokee citizen. I know that you personally have some ancestry of people who were here at this site. That's got to be an extra special measure of, I think, joy for you to be here with us today.
It is, Chief. It's as somebody who studies history and ancestral connections, it's special to be out here. And you said it best that this is the most important document we signed as a nation. Looking back, I think about my four-time great-grandfather, Young Puppy, who was an old settler, mentioned it in the crowd of the signing that day. I have to think about what today meant for him, what it meant for the Cherokees in the East, West, and the old settlers. What it meant was that they all were putting aside their differences to form one body politic, the Cherokee Nation, the reason we are here today getting to serve our people. And it doesn't get much special than that, Chief. And I have to smile a little bit to think that this nation is exactly what our ancestors and our forefathers pictured it would be one day, that we would be a government that could regulate our own historical places, that could govern our people on the level that we do today.
Well, their efforts to unify our people have brought us here, and it's up to us to continue on. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here again at a very sacred place, the site of the signing of the Act of Union, the instrument that brought our people together after tremendous divisions that seemed irreparable, but weren't irreparable because our people knew that we had a common future. The reason, as the Deputy Secretary of State says, that we're still here is because of their efforts. The Cherokee Nation that we've got the good fortune to be representatives of today, the same Cherokee Nation that existed before the United States. It's the same Cherokee Nation that exists today. It's the same Cherokee Nation that the exclusive signatory to every treaty ever signed with the United States. And we're continuing on, thanks to the Act of Union.